Hello, this is another of the latest LEGO Speed Champions cars that came out on March the 1st, 2023. It's the Ferrari 812 Competizione. This one comes with 261 pieces, and I did build the set in a live stream over on my Twitch channel. It cost me $25 US, and you can find the product tagged on this video. Well, we'll look at the minifigure a little bit later on. I personally am not a big fan of front-engine Ferraris. Generally, I did like the 599, especially some more special versions of it, but this car, I think in real life, looks pretty good. And as a Lego car, even not comparing it to the source material just at first, it looks good to me. It looks hot. I like all the lines, you know, the yellow coming through it and the large blocking of black. I feel like the proportions make sense to me. You know, it's a forward mid, technically a forward mid-engine car, not a front engine car. And this looks like that. You know, this basically tells me the main things that I need to know about the car. What is the car? You know, whether I know the specific model or not. And then getting into it a little bit more closely and paying a little bit more attention. I mean, I like little details like this whole rear section here and how this kind of gets notched down there. This does rely heavily on stickers, but there's a lot, I think, to like about the shaping of this. A little bit of gap right here, right down along the shoulder, unfortunately, which does leave a little bit of room on the inside for a minifigure to sit on either side. But you know, I am nitpicking at that point. But hey, I have a right to. I'm looking for stuff that I like. I'm looking for stuff that I don't like. These are prints. They're the headlights. They're holding to their promise to continue to do those with prints. And so many people wanted those to not be stickers in particular, but a bunch of other details again are done with stickers. This one does give you pretty good options to line up stickers in different ways to reduce the gaps, like right here, like that. You almost couldn't tell from a distance. You couldn't even tell that there was a sticker there. You know, you just get it right up to the edge of the piece. This diagonal red, with the black behind it, stuff like that is good. The stripes are going to have gaps. There's no stopping that. I tried to minimize the one right here, but otherwise with those, you pretty much just want to center them up as they go. This has some interesting printed parts though. These guys, printed 1x1 bricks, and then you put a sticker on the side of that. Interesting. And then the tail lights, you notice, are printed pieces as well. Check out what's going on down here. The newer style of stud shooters. So those early on in bag one, I'm like, what? What are those used for? I didn't remember. This also has some forward rake to it, which really threw me for a loop because so much ado was made about the newer chassis piece, which makes things supposedly as low as they possibly can go. Finally, should have done that the first time around. But then when you look at this from the side, you can see clearly all of these studs here from the panels extend below that. So it goes, how do you go lower than the lowest you can go? It's because there's a little bit of rake. I don't understand the math entirely. I'd have to see it in CAD. I'd have to see the actual dimensions to understand because it doesn't make sense to me. But the rear is lifted by one plate compared to the front. And even though the pivot point is very, very close to the point where these first studs are, this does have clearance. It doesn't scrape on the ground. It still has at least a half plate clearance all the way around. That's a sticker right there. The red, you can see the red of the sticker sheet is a little bit brighter than the red of the plastic. Looking at the canopy, yeah, you do have these edges. They weren't able to print all the way up to the edges on the top, but they did print all the way to the bottom. It makes it even more unfortunate that now they have the ability to do that, but they still ended up having to have a gap here just in the physical design of it. Underneath, oh yeah, these stickers to the rear of the canopy can be put right up against the edge, which helps a lot. Again, you can see the difference in color there. It's not too significant. These are nice little printed pieces back here as well for the headrests. Yeah, just nice to see, nice to get. And inside, this is one of the ones that very, very famously, there's like a major brouhaha on the internet. Anytime you talk about Speed Champions, March 1, immediately, if you're in the company of more than a few people online who are Lego fans, they're going to be telling you about how that sticker in the instructions is upside down. So just be aware of that. Make sure you don't make the same mistake that Lego did, or you will hear about it for the rest of your life. Shaping on the inside is satisfactory. It feels a little bit cramped, but then honestly, the real thing is because the engine is all the way back here. It's centered all the way back here. But this is effective. I really do like the headrest there, and I could see this being an open top thing. I could see this totally being a speedster. Kind of works. Even though I personally don't like speedsters, but I could definitely imagine that. Working out, looking at it from the front, just a little bit lower as well. That is a sticker for the grill, which is fine. Sticker also to extend the black right in this area on that 2x4, rounded on the side tile. All in all, I think this worked out pretty well. You got gunmetal for the wheels. Nice little gap there for the heat extractor. See some depth in there. If light gets in there, you can see maybe color you don't want to see, but it's not too bad. It's red and gray inside of there. At least it's not like green and pink and stuff. So all in all, I'm happy with this, even though I have no bias in favor of the car, maybe a little bit against its general configuration. The minifigure is a little bit weird to me, somewhat weirdly familiar, but then mostly just weird because of the face. The torso is good though. Yeah, that works for me. Nice, branded, something new, something different, and something that you could easily see being used by different figures outside of this theme as well, just folks who are fans of the brand. These are the leftover and extra pieces, so you see the small prints there, and of course, as always, the extra set of wheel inserts. The sticker sheet is pretty significant for a car that isn't a race car. It just has a stripe going down the middle, but there are a lot of little details. If you don't like these, you can leave most of them off. It's difficult to leave the stripe out because the print on the windscreen, on the top of the canopy, on the roof there, does go right through, but a lot of the other stuff is just little detail work, which I think adds a lot. And I do like the fact that they're using up a little bit more sticker sheet material here rather than minimizing the material. They're making it a lot more user-friendly with the layout that kind of looks like you're just pulling from a wrap. Again, the price was $25 US. It is 25 euros and 20 pounds UK. That's the standard price now for the big speed champions. And I don't feel like the value of this one is particularly outstanding either way, outstandingly good or outstandingly bad. I feel like it's pretty normal. Its complexity is good. The build experience was definitely good. It was very positive, and it's fairly dense. It's not a hollow thing. So for its size, there's a good amount of stuff there. Whether you think $25 is worth it or not, I think is up to the individual. I think that 20 was a nice price. 25 is pushing it a little bit, but still the quality is at least very good. And it's a good experience. And I think if you like this car, actually, I think even if you don't like this car, if you just, in real life, the exact one that it's based on, you just kind of like the look of this, you're really going to enjoy having it because you get to go through the build experience, which adds so much more to it than just what you see here. So all in all, positive with this one. I forgot to show you. It also does include, of course, a helmet, just a plain black one, which is usually required for most of these for the figure to fit inside. But in this case, actually, the regular hairpiece does fit, so it's your choice. Thank you very much for watching. I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.